Hi everyone, Derek Hooper here. A lot of times I get players coming in and they've got a misconception about what's going on at impact. And today I wanted to show you what we're looking for at impact, what is a good impact position, and why that's so important is that if you're in a good impact position, it's going to be much easier for you to make solid contact with the golf ball. And if you make solid contact, you can control the ball a lot better, also generating a lot more club head speed and therefore a lot more distance. So the first thing I want to explain today is that impact and setup are different. They are not the same position. I'm going to show you how they're different. I'm going to use some 3D data to show you that, as well as some video. And I'm sure that if you could take this away with you and work on these things in your golf swing, you can have a lot more success in hitting the ball solid and hitting it with control. So here I've got a picture of Tiger Woods from 2002. And you can see on the left-hand screen over here is Tiger at address. And on the right-hand screen is Tiger one frame after impact. And you can see there's a very big difference between what's happening at address versus what's happening at impact. Biggest differences are you're going to see the right knee is kicked in towards target slightly, which has got the right heel coming up off the ground a little bit. And what that does is it gets the hips to be rotated open at impact. You can see here at address they're fairly square to slightly open, whereas at impact they're considerably open. The other thing we see is at address, shoulders are fairly square to a little open, but over here at impact you'll see the shoulders are a lot more open as well, and the body and all is rotated a lot more through impact than what it is at address. So very different positions. Now if we have a look at the 3D data, I'm going to show you the numbers that are associated with those positions. Now we're looking at some data I've collected from our 3D Golf Biodynamics system. This is some numbers that we've collected from this player at address. And what you're going to see is that when they're set up at alignment, ideally what we'd see is the hips would be somewhere between 0 and 8 degrees open at address. This player was open just an ever slow slightly. We'll also see at address that the shoulders should be somewhere between 5 and 12 degrees open to the target line. You can see this player was 9 degrees open. So a lot of the time I'm finding with players, they feel like they have to be dead square with both hips and shoulders at address. And as you can see from the 3D data, that's just not the case. These corridors have been set up over many years of collecting data from world-class players, and these are the corridors that they tend to fit between. Now, if we take that and go to impact, you can see here how those numbers have increased. So at impact, we should see hips have rotated between 25 and 55 degrees open. This player was doing a great job. They were at 33. Shoulder turn should be between 25 and 55 degrees open also. You're going to see this player was also doing a nice job at 29. Typically we see between these two the hips have rotated open a little bit more than what the shoulders have. You're also going to see at impact the head's rotated a little bit. So even though the eyes are still looking at the golf ball, the head has rotated slightly towards target. Again, this player was doing a nice job. And as a result of those hips turning like this, you're going to see some hip tilt and hip bend as well. And again, this player was doing a nice job. So if we relate that back to the picture of Tiger we saw earlier, address and impact are very different. Body is a lot more open at impact than what it was at address. So if you're trying to get your impact position to look like your address position, you're going to struggle to contact the ball cleanly. So be aware that you want to be much more open at impact than you are at address, and that's going to allow you to hit the ball a lot more solid.